Thank you guys for watching the Animal One Guys YouTube channel. If you like my content, leave a comment down below. Ask me questions, let me know what you liked about it. And hey, click on the little like button. But please, if you want, go ahead and subscribe, because it helps my channel out. That way you can stay up to date with all my videos. And if you want, click on the bell icon to get notified. Right? Right? Huh? 1 out of 2. Not bad. Alright, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and some people have been asking, how do my reptiles sleep? So I thought I'd go through and show every reptile, and either they're just waking up or they're still sleeping. 7 a.m., between 7 and 7:30 is when they get up, but I have to be quiet, because already I've talked too much, and this little girl is awake, and she's eyeing me, because I've woken her up, you know, a couple minutes earlier than she would naturally wake up, and now she's mad. So hopefully you guys don't force me to get all my reptiles mad at me when I make this video, because then they give me the stink eye like that, and that is not good. So bearded dragon number 1, she's looking at me like, what's wrong with you? And remember guys, if they've got mercury vapor bulbs, they're going to be green, because I don't want to turn on any additional lighting, because again, they'll get mad. Okay, here we are to the Pixie Frog, and well, I can see he's taking a huge crap right there, but they just dig a hole, kind of bury themselves a little bit. Oh, see? Now someone else I woke up. Oh, this is going to be not good. But that's how he sleeps. Pretty simple. Alright, our rescued chameleon. He's moving around. He's up. He's also not happy that I'm filming and I'm talking when this is bedtime. Although he probably did just get misted, so good for him. Alright, our golden tegu, still asleep. Just passed out on the side, not underneath the hide log, not on the cement block, just kind of laying down on the side. You can see one arm is kind of backwards like that, his front left arm, he's just chilling right there. That's good. Very good. Let's keep going. Okay, can you guys spot Bruticus, my Cuban false chameleon in here? He's in frame. His whole body is in frame. If you guessed right over there, you're correct. He blends in so well with wood logs. See if I can get a little closer and show him to you. Come on. See him holding on to it? Half of his body is underneath. But that's how he sleeps. He just grabs onto a log, and he swings underneath it, and then he hangs there and he sleeps. I don't think that can be very comfortable, but it's underneath a heater that's controlled by the thermostat. If you look, the probe is right there, so that's like optimal bedtime heat time. That area never gets cool. The turtles are, of course, not asleep at all, and depending how they sleep, they either sleep for a long amount of time or in short bursts, because some of them will sleep underwater on the bottom, like Casey Jones does sometimes, or some of them will sleep on the dock like Kwame does. So it all just depends. But now they're all awake getting ready for breakfast, but not yet. It's too early. They get their breakfast at 8 a.m. There's Mongo. He always sleeps really unique because he's kind of like a derp. He sleeps almost always half on and half off something, unless he's completely under his log hide. But in this case, he's got his big fat belly and his upper body on the hammock, and then his legs and his tail hang off. And if he's on top of his log hide, he'll do the same thing, or same thing with this big rock. He'll do that, or sometimes when he's in the water, he's a half on, half off type sleeper. What gets more scary is sometimes it's his head that's half off, so his head's just like dangling down and the rest of his body is up there. Okay, we gotta come in here for like maybe an action shot. There's Johnny Cage. Yes, he was sleeping under his log hide. Clearly he's awake right now, giving me the eye as well. Barely awake. But there he is sleeping. He just likes to go under there sometimes. He'll either be on there, or he'll be on that log in the corner. Again, half on, half off. Maybe it's just something bearded dragons do. Okay, so my green basilisks, Yoshi and Bowser, they always sleep in the same spots. So Yoshi is always right up front on the flat log right there. Sometimes in the winter, when it's colder, they'll be in the back corner because that has a temperature controlled, thermostat controlled ceramic heat emitter just above it. So that can keep that area warmer even at night in the winter. And then Bowser, well, he's up there. He always sleeps somewhere in the ground area. Okay. My red tail boa, she always sleeps just curled up in one of the corners on the cool side of the tank. So not much to see there. Mario always sleeps in the same spot, which is right back there. See if I can zoom in, if you can get a peek on her. There she is. Of course she's awake because I opened her cage door and she's freaking out, but you can just see her eye right there. That's where she sleeps. Okay, and this is how Archimedes sleeps. She climbs up to the corner of the hammock and just lets her arm on both sides dangle off, lets her head rest at the very tip, sprawls her back legs out, and just sleeps like that. Every day, always like that. So my cane toad, little dude sleeps either there next to the water or inside a hide over there, sometimes on top of it. It's never uniform with him. Now on the flip side, Tortellini always sleeps in her cave, and you can see her in there right now. She's just her eye is open, so she's waking up, but that's where she sleeps. Sweet Tooth, unfortunately, you were not going to see because he sleeps burrowed underneath his hide. No matter what I do, he takes all of the dirt in his 6-foot enclosure and brings it all under there and builds him the ultimate hide. So it's when he's under there, it's like 1.5 foot of dirt he piles up, and he's crazy. But we won't see him because of that. Okay, we're coming to Simba's enclosure, and he's a maniac. He is awake now because he's heard me talking, but he sleeps. He goes to bed underneath his cave every time. And then I wake up in the morning, and he's sleeping in the water. Normally, completely submerged with just his 2 nostrils sticking out. He's done that since he was a baby. He sleeps in his water. That's what he does. He's crazy. I don't know what else to tell you. Alright, Orion, being a leopard gecko, is not asleep, but he sleeps anywhere. I mean, he'll fall asleep on this ledge when he comes up here to get water. He'll fall asleep on top of his hide. He'll be asleep inside his hide, inside the cool hide, inside the humid hide. He just sleeps wherever. But right now, it's actually getting close to his bedtime since midday is coming. Or not midday, early morning's coming. And they're active dusk till dawn. Mr. Bernard, my blue-tongued skink, is another one that we're not going to see sleeping, unfortunately, because he goes in his hide and then he also buries himself. He's got about 6 inches of mulch here, and he buries himself under it and he sleeps. That's what he does. He's also crazy. Oh, Ripto's just waking up. That's pretty much his sleep spot. He'll go up there, that way his tail can dangle down and he can keep the rest of his body on that flat ledge, and he sleeps up there. Pretty simple, pretty nice. He's starting to get big. Probably in another 6 months I'll have to update his enclosure, but that's fine. Let's move to Guido. Guido! There he is. Just like with my other chameleon, he's just going to pick a spot and sleep. Although normally it's up there in the top right corner, and I think that's because if the early morning mist comes on, he doesn't get hit by it because he's behind it. But yeah, he just finds a spot and he sleeps. So for Nagini, my ball python, there's not really much to show here, guys. She sleeps either inside the warm hide or inside the cool hide. Although she has been doing something a little crazy every once in a while. You can see how the cool hide is pushed away from the wall. If she drinks, She then will wedge herself in here, coiled up and down, and it's kind of sweet because you can see her from the side, and she'll sleep on the side of the tank there. I don't know why she does it, but she just does it. And here comes Tortellini. See, everyone's heard me speaking, so anyone who might get breakfast treats or things like that, now they're starting to become active. Okay, and last but definitely not least is Ariel's enclosure. Again, being a leopard gecko, she normally sleeps in there if she wants to be warm, in there if she wants to be cool, in there if she wants to be humid, just all of the above. But so we've gone through and looked at where everyone sleeps, and hopefully you guys like this video. I know not everyone was out because some people bury themselves, some people are active at this time, but this was the best time I could pick to do it because I don't want to wake them up during when they're sleeping and then it's dark and I got to turn the lights on, so we get them in the early morning. Alright guys, take care.